Welcome, everybody.
It's just so hard dealing with a special needs brother.
You shouldn't talk about Ed that way.
You need to get this done before your short bus shows up.
Me.
They're getting the windows clean for him.
They had to clean up his booster chair because he soiled it.
The gum is gone.
The short bus that comes to take me home from filming booze videos.
Cheers, everybody.
Welcome.
Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze. This is a special episode. Hopefully you enjoy it because you're getting a twofer tonight. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It does mean a lot to us. We are excited to bring you something from one of my very favorite distilleries. It's local. I have almost every bottle. I actually don't have these. Alex bought those and brought them up for us. So we're really excited to try this. And this is their Burns Night experimental batch.
And then after we do this, we're going to beat Alex up and keep him.
My money's on her. So,
Probably.
if you don't know, Burns Night is a really big holiday in Scotland that was just celebrated about 4 weeks ago, for one of their poets, and it's a pretty big holiday for them. And so, locally here in Fort Worth, Acre Distilling had produced a couple Burns Night bottles. And I'm really excited to try these. I haven't. They're single malt whiskeys, Texas single malt whiskeys. They are, how much were they again? $60 each. So I better put that in.
60?
60. 60. And there are two different bottles here. One of them is the English strong ale. English.
We've only just filmed this first episode,
So this is finished in an English strong ale barrel, and it comes in at 121.5 proof.
I'm so glad we saved this for the last.
121.5 English strong ale finish, and the other.
That's the English finish.
Mm-hmm. The other one, it's probably their normal single malt that they do, which is spectacular. I really like it. And then the other one is in finished in a barley wine cask, and it comes in at 117.6 proof. 117.6 proof. So very high proofage. Cask strength.
And if you don't know what a barley wine is, it is a beer that is like above proof. They can't call it beer, so they call it barley wine.
Okay, I did not actually know that.
You did not know that?
I am not the beer person that you and Cody and apparently the soon-to-be Google, the audience is looking up.
Yeah. Yeah, barley wine is a beer that is overproofed, so you can't technically call it a beer.
Okay. All right, so this is the English strong ale cask. The English strong ale cask. Ooh. Smells like dirty feet. I'm not a beer person. Oh, wow, I just got mint. Strong mint.
But the English strong cask isn't in the barley wine cask.
Okay,
But
somebody said blue cheese.
Plain cheese stuck in your suitcase.
We have a couple non-beer drinkers here coming up with some really exotic things.
But this isn't the one that was in the barley wine cask.
No, this is the strong ale cask.
It smells like the bottom of a ship that's been on the ocean for quite some time.
And you would know that how?
I don't know. I mean,
He was a cabin boy for a pirate.
No, it's got a very strong aroma to it.
It's got a mint aroma to it, to me.
It's got a very...
It smells like an ale, though. But also, it's got some real strong funkiness.
wood, and it's like something's not on my wheel. It's like got the unami, the very like earthy.
It's on his toilet paper word of the day. What?
Unami.
Yeah.
That's a big thing in
He's
the
playing Wordle.
food world. It's very earthy. It's like,
Okay, earthy.
and it's got the honey.
Oh yeah, it does remind me of mead. It reminds me of mead.
And it's got
Mint, yeah.
that old leather, not the new leather.
Like the old leather that you got out of the dumpster that had been sent to the dump and brought back.
Maybe it's
I'm not a beer person.
This is not the beer one.
English strong ale barrel. Is ale not a beer?
Oh, I thought this was the English.
No, this one we haven't even tasted is the barley wine.
So I'm gonna go out this.
Oh, I heard your bus.
Oh, wait a minute. Both of them are beer, though.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm gonna do the little explosion of his brain. This is what I gotta work with, guys. It's not bad. I mean, I like it. It's just, I'm not a big beer fan. And there's so many different new senses I'm picking up that are not what I would get from a whiskey. So I'm trying to...
It's got the malt and barley kind of... Oh. It's definitely got alcohol.
Yeah.
Because it's like 125 proof.
21. Yes, Cody. Barley wine is not a beer.
No, he's confusing me.
Oh, he confuses me all the time. Okay, let's go ahead and do flavor because this episode's going to be... We might as well stream it.
It's got a bite to it.
I don't find any bite. No, it does have a bite. It's very spicy.
It's...
Super spicy.
Hold on a minute.
It's very flavorful, though.
It's a tad too rich.
Okay.
I wasn't quite ready for that.
Concentrated Andes mint.
Oh, okay. So somebody in the audience said it's a concentrated Andes mint. Yes. It's very minty, super minty. It's also, it's very malty. It's overly malty and minty.
Raw cookie dough.
Cookie dough.
It's got a very...
Strong vanilla.
Yes.
It's very potent because it's very strong in all of its flavors.
It's
Like,
like-
it's
Nothing subtle.
too rich.
Yes. It's nothing as...
Delicious.
Oh, yeah, it is. Cody said it. It is very delicious. It's just not...
This is a one glass.
It's
Yeah.
not smooth.
It's got the herbal tea, and it's got... It's like dried cherries twice over.
And look how dark it is. I mean, this is massively dark. And so, how long was this aged in Texas?
It comes from the barley wine. Or the,
The ale?
probably.
So, yeah, it's picking up a lot from that cask. Now, we have another one, a very, very limited bottling. They actually have it at the bar called the Czar cask from a Czar ale that is fabulous. And it is just as dark. So, when you are...
This reminds me of the Andalusian Striker.
Okay.
It's just so like...
I would say that when you're putting this in beer cask, you're getting a much darker aroma or flavor.
Well, and normally you don't put beer in wood cask unless you're trying to.
Again, we've had this conversation and you're wrong.
Cardamom.
We've had this conversation. Lots of beer is put in cask. For centuries, 1,000 years, beer was put in cask.
Yeah, but I mean, not modernly.
But that's probably not true either. When they send them off to you, the consumer, at your bar or whatever, when you're getting a keg, it's probably the metal kegs.
Yeah.
But they could be aging it in wood casks. You don't know.
Beer's always been put in wood cans.
Yes.
Beer didn't originate in the USA, man.
Don't you dare.
I know that, but
Belgian beers are still put in wood casks.
Belgian beers are from Belgian, Pennsylvania.
but they don't. Beer is normally, modernly, not put in cask unless you're trying to create something unique.
Which is probably what they're doing. This is delving into
Sometimes you put a little mouse in the bottle and then you can go to the. Hey, Dave.
all right, let's move on to this other one.
You don't know about that?
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna spend at least 2 weeks editing this one. Focus.
I just drank a 125 proof.
Okay, so now we're moving on to the barley wine cask. And this one is at 117. Way less intense on the aroma.
I don't like.
Yeah, way less intense, less complex flavor or colors, aroma, sorry. Way less complex aromas. I'm still getting that maltiness from the whiskey.
Finding the complete opposite. This one is more milder.
It's different.
Which one's more milder?
Oh.
The barley or the
The barley
The
wine
barley wine.
smells great.
The English ale, the barley wine, has a lot more complex.
I think the barley wine is a lot more smoother in its aroma, less assaulting with the spiciness and alcohol, less funkiness, more in tune to a whiskey to me. It's more whiskey-like, where this is like,
Cheese.
geez, this is like I'm trying to figure out what this is. Now again, I like the flavor of this. The aroma is taking some use to. I can't do double episode or an episode with 2 bottles anymore because it confuses him too much.
Oh my goodness. That's smooth.
I like the barley wine a lot. It has a lot more complex.
It's definitely a single malt. You can taste that on the barley wine.
And
It's
I haven't
got
even tasted it yet.
a nice aroma. I'm not even sure how I'm going to describe all this stuff in the down there, so just listen to what we're saying. It's very smooth. It tastes like a single malt. You got that maltiness. You got that kind of sweetness and vanilla.
It's got a really rich flavor to it.
Okay.
From my light reading, it also appears that barley wines are heavier on malty flavors anyways.
Okay.
Which fits with your scotch.
Yes. I really like this one.
It's got
I like both of them, but I really like this one.
It's got the baked goods in the. Both of them are very potent, but it has the
Okay,
bite.
so that is a good observation. They're both very potent. And I think that, in my opinion, this one in the ale cask, the English ale cask, which is at 121 proof and has got such an assaulting aroma, a very powerful aroma, and it's got a very spiciness, would probably be much better suited and a better flavor if it was proofed down. If you just proofed it down to maybe about 110, it'd probably be...
Not even 100 proof for
Yeah, it would probably be really, really good.
I mean, it's really, really good now.
It is, but I mean, better good. Better good, yes. I'm using my graduate level vocabulary here. Yeah, adding some water has made a lot of water, has made it much more easier on the nose. You're getting the mint and the maltiness and a little bit of that ale.
Which one are you on now?
This one. But it's proofed down quite a bit. I think it's much better. I like the barley wine better.
Yeah, I do too.
I really like the barley wine. And I might have to go up and see if Tony's got a bottle for me. I don't know that I would buy this one, which is the 111, number 111, which is the English Strong Ale at 121. It's just...
Too much.
Yeah, it seems like almost like one of the Balcones that is just way too powerful.
And I tell you, I would buy both of them, but I would only have a little bit on the rocks on both of them.
I could drink the barley wine as is.
I'm going with like on the rocks with both of them because it just needs something to just because of the proof. Mm-hmm. You need something to just like mellow it out.
So this is going to be a very strange episode because we're doing 2 bottles. I'm not probably going to have much in the scroll at the bottom on aromas and flavors and stuff. But overall rating, aside from cost, I find that this one here, the English Strong Ale Barrel. Now, I don't know if you can get these anymore, but I would put this probably at a very high 3.5 to 4.
I would do 4, maybe 4.5. Both of these are...
Well, it's compromised. We'll do a 4. This one, which is the barley wine proof, little smaller proof, 117, I would definitely do higher, 4.5 to 5.
Yeah, I'm like...
Cody's saying 5. I think this is excellent. This is online with their Czar, which is no longer really available in bottle that I know of, and really takes their single malt that they do such a good job on and elevate it by quite a bit. So let's go ahead and put that as a 5. I think out of the 2, this one's the winner. I think they're both worth every penny of the $60.
I don't think there's a loser or winner on any of these. They're both like...
Yeah, I think I'm very jealous that Alex picked them up and I didn't. Cody, yes?
I wasn't quite paying attention. Those are the same alcohol aged differently, correct?
Yes, finished differently.
Remember the Texas brush fire?
Mm-hmm.
When we made it all with Acre? And it tasted fine and was good, but smelled funky?
So I think you could do it with this one. I think you'd still get the funkiness with
you
this
get the
one.
worst one. Keep it
Yeah. So...
I think the 107, if you're living in the city now and you just want to remember your childhood in the country, when you swallow this, you can just smell fresh cut.
Grass and hay.
Wheat, hay, yeah, all of it.
I think
Like when
Alex
you're
mentioned
crushing it,
wheat, didn't you? It's really good.
It reminds me a lot of picking peas.
I mean, both of them are great.
Pleasantness, but when you swallow it, you're like, wow, that just tastes like country.
Yes. Yeah.
It just tastes like country.
Tell us what you think. We're not sponsored by Acre, but I've never hid from the fact that I think Acre is probably one of the best distilleries in the state of Texas, and one of the best distilleries I've been to, and I've been to quite a few.
If they proof this down to like
yes,
90 proof,
which is what I just did.
Yeah, it would.
So tell us what you think if you've got a chance to try this. I know there's a lot of local people that watch this. Tell us what you think. I'm definitely going to try to get up there and see if I can get one of these bottles, this one specifically, from Tony. If you go to Acre, tell him we said hi. He knows us, and he might show you some cool stuff because he's always showing me some new stuff he's doing. So make sure you do hit the like and subscribe. Check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Remember, there is, and we have merchandise. And I think Cody's overheated. He just turned the AC on. Remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. And
These are both great
yes,
whiskey.
this 107 is absolutely amazing. The 111 is great whiskey. Cheers. Oh, really? We're doing this?
Cheers.
Are we like intertwining?
Laters.
Bye.